just really enjoy empowering kids to feel like they can make a difference, that they can change the world. Our shoe project actually started back in 2019. My professional goal that year was design thinking, the design thinking process, and how to get kids using that process. And I thought of creating shoes as one of the things we could do to practice that process. So then this year, Taylor Bodine and I talked about bringing it back, and Taylor has some amazing connections in the shoe world.
Come on over. We learned about some students in different regions of the world and how they get to school, and the regions we focused on are all rural. Just like us. We wanted that to be part of it. We're a rural school district, small school district, and to really empathize with students in a similar setting.
So I added pangolin scales. So if any type of snake crawls under and then it pops up and tries to bite this area. For the kids that go to school of East Africa, their feet hurts a lot. And sometimes a storm of sand comes, so put there's no sand inside the shoes.
First grade kind of jumped on board with wanting to add their science standards of animal adaptations and how we could incorporate that into designing the shoes and building empathy for these kids in other regions, and it just went from there.
And we started local, so what animals do we know of around here? Picking out their specific adaptations and how they use those to survive. And then those two pieces were kind of separate, and then they were married together once design thinking came into play.
These are kids, boys, and they're on a raft.
So design thinking is a problem-solving process. It's an inventing process. But the thing that makes it kind of different and unique is that the very first step in the process is empathy.
Were there problems, little problems or big problems? If we have to go to school, what are our problems?
Little.
That's what we thought was so incredibly important for kids, was to not design something so that they'd be the next millionaire. It was to design something to make the world a better place.
Arlo?
Empathy.
Yeah, we had to show empathy. Then we had to come up with think and come up with some ideas. Then what did you do? Idea and make it. What if your idea didn't work?
You try again.
Brainstorm ideas. It's my favorite step because there's no wrong answer in there. And usually that's when you get the best ideas. When you take any kind of limit off of what is right or wrong, kids come up with the best ideas.
This represents the good footing. So if she climbs, she can climb up, and if she has some trouble moving around, she could use some of these. These are venom shooters like scorpions, but had pangolin scales on it, so they're really tough to get through. And then it's got fire. If you bite on it, you're gonna burn. A lot of animals have bright colors to protect themselves from predators eating them because they are usually poisonous.
We worked with Merrill Footwear, and they helped us. Well, initially we did an interview with them. The students got to interview them and learn about their design process, how they go about designing shoes, and then that's when we started designing our own shoes with certain challenges in mind.
Perseverance is one of, at Estes Park Elementary School, it's one of our what we call global outcomes. It's one of those big ideas that we want kids to have as a skill along with, math and reading. We want them to have perseverance. So they understand that they can't make a magic shoe that could just make you fly. But elementary kids can do way more than we think. They really don't have the constraints in their brain of, oh, that's not possible, or that's going to cost too much money, or that's just not going to work. They have these great ideas. They have this limitless optimism that, that anything that they come up with might work.
Our world, it's a global world. We're not just ourselves somewhere, and we know that here in Estes Park because we have people from all over the world coming to us. But really rarely do our students have the chance to go outward and for our students in particular to show them that there are people elsewhere and they live life differently, and to expose that to them, and that's really cool.
Just giving kids the opportunity to really know that they can do anything they want, and that what they do matters, and that they can make the world a better place. That's what makes my heart happy.